The subject I chose to discuss with you is my most challenging life lesson to date. It is a bit personal, but I've decided to share it with you because you will get to know a bit more about me and how I got to where I am now. So in 2012, my partner and I, of 7 years or so, decided to move to Bangkok, Thailand, and it was a decision that wasn't really well thought out. But it was something we had to do. We decided we wanted a life change. We gave our house back to the bank, found homes for our 3 pets, said goodbyes to our amazing community and family, and off we went. So a little bit over a year later or so, we ended up separating for a variety of reasons. And right as we were on the verge of going our separate ways, I was offered a teaching job north of Bangkok in Ayutthaya. So I went from the big city hustle bustle to really calm, serene, quiet lifestyle amongst a river and rice fields. And I was placed with a Thai family homestay in a lovely Thai home. And it seemed as if I had been calling on some quiet time in nature, and my dream was coming true. 6 months along the road to this place held many challenges. Since I was in an unhappy marriage, I saw that I had to make some life changes. So I was really dependent on my spouse, and I had to gather a lot of courage to make the changes necessary in order to live my life the way I had intended. It was from this place of not knowing that I started to look in the mirror and ask myself, where is it I most want to go, and who is it I most want to become? The approach I took to find the answers began simply with a lot of prayer or meditation. Within the cycles of prayer, I came to realize that the general approach to soul searching begins with the art of self-reflection. And I began to reflect on what mattered most to me in my life. It was through this searching that something was reignited in my heart, which was a strong feeling to teach about the importance of our environment and sustainable living. And I began contemplating how to find the school to teach this important lesson. It so happened that when I ended up in this remote village, the school that I was at was more than willing to have me add an environmental lesson to my learning curriculum. Things just snowballed from there, and before I knew it, I had spent the majority of one full semester intertwining the subject matter within most of my materials in one way or another, and it was well received. Every day, my main focus at that school was to do the best job I could, and each student and teacher at that school would hold me accountable to that. And this was the best lesson I needed at this time in my life. My process in resilience was to keep moving ahead, don't dwell in the past. I didn't even allow myself to look in the past because the past had passed. It was now time to persevere, really continue to learn and just do my very best. It may be hard to believe, but it only took 3 months before I realized that I was quite content with the life I had created. Living out in the middle of nowhere had me grow in other ways I had never imagined. It brought me to a deeper understanding of the value in having less. All of my necessities were met. I had a comfortable place to rest and sleep, beautiful scenery all around me, and good food to eat. Life was simple, easy, and I was enjoying my new surroundings within the Thai culture. And this is something I think others would benefit from if I could teach it to them. So in between that place and November or so, I went through a bout of dengue fever, which I attribute to being a form of a near-death experience. And within that experience in itself, I began to fully assess my occupation as a teacher. At the end of my term at Bang Sai, I attended one of the top-rated schools and obtained both a TESOL and TEFL certificate in order to improve my abilities as an English teacher. I gained many skills to use in the classroom and received some excellent coaching, critiques on my teaching. Having this certificate, I knew, would allow access to greater opportunities with the possibility of placement in better locations around the world. 2 weeks into my TEFL course, I was offered a position to teach English at Mahidol University, which is the most highly respected university in Thailand. So this is where I am currently working. Resilience.